Hey everybody, and welcome back to High Five Comics and Cards. Today's video, we're getting back to comics, and we are going to look at a upcoming CGC submission that we're going to be sending in. So for pre-screen, how it works is you set a grade that you expect those books to be graded at. So you can say 9.4, 9.6, 9.8, and then you have to send in a minimum of 25 copies with that pre-screen. CGC will do a look through kind of by the namesake pre-screen, and if they think it'll hit that number that you've selected, they'll go ahead and grade it for you and send it back. If it doesn't hit that threshold, they'll actually charge you a $5 fee plus shipping and send those back to you. So today I've got 25 books that we are looking to press, submit, and then go send to CGC and then see what comes back. So we're going to send all of these in at a 9.6. So a lot of these, the difference between a 9.6 and 9.8 sometimes is negligible, and if you just catch the grader on the right day, you just never know. So we're going to go ahead and set that bar just at 9.6, because a lot of these I'd just be super psyched to get them in at a 9.6, so it doesn't really matter necessarily if they're a 9.6 or a 9.8, but it would be great if they did hit that 9.8. So 9.6 will then ensure that more of them get graded than not and get sent back. So to start, let's see here. So we're going to show off all 25 today. These haven't been pressed yet. We're going to do a quick press on all of them and then submit them. And I'm going to do a video as well, just kind of going over what that means and what pressing looks like here in-house for us. So the first one is a really cool first full Venom cover. You've got the amazing Spider-Man 316. So this one's really kind of demands a premium in that 9.8. Great book to have. I can see here this came from a similar collection where I've been getting a lot of 9.8s from, and a lot of these books were stored in a bag without a board, so they have a slight spine roll, but besides that, they were unread, put in a bag, and put away. So this one will benefit from a quick press. So we'll get a quick press on this, get out that spine roll, and then that should, in my mind, make it a 9.6, 9.8. So we'll see how close we are. This is a cool one I did not get from the same collection, but bought from a dealer, and really looks to be in pretty good shape upon inspection. So that is Transformers 1, another really, really great book in that 9.6, 9.8 range, a book that a lot of collectors are looking for. Transformers fans are pretty rabid and love it. So that's a good one to go along with the order. Let's see here. These are kind of a surprise I'm going through. This one's for the personal collection. This is actually a Superman 11. So again, from that same collection where I've been getting 9.8s from, a lot of times, and so this one has a little bit of a bindery tear on the top corner where it's kind of been a little bit of a split, so hopefully that's just considered a printing defect. This one, again, we'll get a quick press. The hallmark for this collection, really, besides a lot of them being pretty much untouched, is just the really bright colors you see here. And so this is first appearance of Black Mercy, Superman villain, and so that's what I think is a pretty classic storyline. That one will go in, as you can see here, in my personal collection. Another one that will stick in my collection will be, and again from the same collection, is Batman 386. So you've got the first appearance of Black Mask. I actually pulled out about 100 books between the 300s and 400s that I thought would get a 9.6, 9.8. And so that's one of the more key issues with Black Mask being a big-time Batman villain that will benefit from a press. And like I said, go in for that 9.6. Here's one that's really more on the speculative, trying to capitalize. If you saw our last order come in, we had a couple books like this. First Grey Vision, first, Great Lakes Avengers, see if that ever catches on. But here's first Baron Zemo in costume. So you got the Baron Zemo Captain America 275. So this is one where, and I can go into a little bit more about books that I'm looking to sell, what my threshold is for sending them in. So I think 9.8s are kind of starting to close in between 150 and 200 on that. And so that might be one where I'll hold on to for a bit till the show comes out and gets a little bit more heat, and I'll probably post that one for sale. This one's a great one. I'm really hoping to get a 9.8, one of the most classic covers in my opinion of all time. Structurally looks amazing. Again, slight spine roll from that collection will benefit from a press, but Incredible Hulk 340. Classic Todd McFarlane cover. Would love to have that on 9.8. And then another one for the collection here. We've got the first part of the series, Death in the Family. So I've got a couple sets of these. So again, classic storyline, Death of Jason Todd Robin. But the others, I think, weren't quite at that threshold of what I would consider a 9.6, 9.8. But I'm going to start here with this, give it a quick press, and hopefully get that one into the Batman CGC collection. Another one here, just a great Amazing Spider-Man Venom cover. So you've got Amazing Spider-Man 346. So a really awesome cover there for Spider-Man. Again, another one, Eric Larson cover, another one that will definitely be a little bit of a premium and a 9.8. And these two go together for sure. Whoop. Let's take a look here. So let me start with this one. We've got a really nice copy of Spider-Man 298. So the cameo versions of Venom here coming in. So these two copies, again, we'll look to press and submit and hope for a 9.6 at the very least. That would be exciting. And then another, in my opinion, very underrated black Spider-Man costume cover is the Web of Spider-Man 1. So you've got this really classic cover here. I think it's, what is it, Charles Voss maybe does this. So I've had quite a few high-grade copies. This one I'm hoping to come back in a 9.8 because just in that case in a 9.8 it's going to look really sharp. Another really, I think, underrated classic cover is Santa Claus. Kind of looking a little mean on that front cover of Peter Parker, Spectacular, 112. And this is one that also goes for a little bit more in 9.8, so I'm hoping that kind of comes back. Another really cool one is X Factor 24. So you've got the first appearance of Archangel there with the metal costume from the Fall of the Mutant storyline. So again, 9.8, not a super high dollar book raw, but in a 9.8 will go for a little bit more, so that's exciting. This one I actually forgot to send on the last order because I thought it was kind of a chip shot 9.8, but I just forgot it. I actually got its original cover back as a 9.8, so I'm hoping this follows suit. This is the variant cover. I think it's actually the second print potentially for Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe. So it's a very cool Steve Dillon cover from that classic story. So that's a good book to have a 9.8 as well. This is one I've already submitted for a 9.8, so I'm hoping to get a second because I do want to keep one copy. So Superboy 9, classic book from my childhood. And so you got the first full appearance of King Shark, who's slated to be in the Suicide Squad movie. So again, another one I think it's hovering in the 150 to 200 range, just hangs out there in 9.8, but will be one that I'll be happy to have two of, and we'll sell one and hold on to one. So we've got X-Men Annual. I think this is the Annual 14, Uncanny Annual 14. So this is considered to be the first cameo of Gambit, another book we're pretty familiar with because we've already gotten a 9.4 and a 9.8 in the last order. So have had quite a few high-grade copies of this. This one I think is the highest grade, so I'm hoping that one will not get pressed either. It looks pretty fine. It's hard to press the square-bound books. This one will be a tough 9.6, I think, in my opinion, as I'm looking at it too. I think it might be a tough 9.6. So may even, sit out from the pre-screen, even though I said we're all pre-screened. But I'll have to take a second look. And we've got the 1981 Peter Parker Spectacular 64, first Cloak and Dagger. It was really popular when the show came out. I had a bunch of copies. I was just kind of lazy on grading, but I still think that'll be a great book to have in high grade. And this one, as you can tell, there's a theme. There's plenty of Spider-Man Venom going back in this order. So from that same collection, just has a bit of a spine roll. You've got this very classic Venom cover. Love this cover here. So Amazing Spider-Man 347, Eric Larson cover. Great book. And so we're coming up on the last few. Another classic Black Spider-Man suit cover here is the John Byrne Spectacular 101. So very, very hard to get in high grade. I've submitted some for some friends. I think the highest we got was a 9.6. This one I'm pretty confident on is going to be 9.6, 9.8. It doesn't need much work at all. And that will be a really sharp book to have. And so the next four are all from the same storyline. So I'm going to get those all out here. This is a series I would love to get in 9.8. And so what we're looking at is the Year 2 classic Batman with a Gun, Todd McFarlane storyline, Year 2 from Detective Comics. And so these are all great McFarlane covers. This is part 2. Another classic kind of beat up Batman costume. My personal favorite one here is the Gun issue with him over the grave with the big kind of McFarlane trademark cape and cowl. Looks very cool. And then the fourth year 2 part right there. And so we're down to the last 3. Let's see, we'll go with a kind of an undervalued book in my opinion. You've got this classic character, Jubilee. So if you were a cartoon X-Men fan like I was in the 90s growing up, you'll definitely be pretty familiar with that character. And so this one, again, in 9.8 is a good book to have. So hoping for a 9.8 on that. And another one from that same collection is a New Mutants 1. So not the first appearance of New Mutants, but if you're a New Mutants fan, this is definitely one to have in 9.8. So we're hoping for that. And here, the last book, so we're on book 25 of the whole pre-screen process, is one that is very hard to get in 9.8 and demands a very high premium. Looking at it, I think with a press, it's going to have a really great shot, and that is the classic Moon Silhouette, Amazing Spider-Man 301, kind of mirroring off that Amazing Spider-Man 300. Such a great book. Again, I'll be pressing most all of these and submitting them, and then they'll go into the pre-screen process. So again, the pre-screen process is 25 comics minimum, and you have to set a singular grade. So you can't say, hey, 13, pre-screen them to be 9.4 and 12 pre-screen them to be 9.6. You have to pick one grade. So we will pick 9.6 as our threshold. And so I'm expecting, just with, expertise and error that, we'll have a few sent back that don't meet that threshold, but I'm hoping the majority hit that 9.6 grade. So please make sure to subscribe and follow us on here, where we will be showing you more of the process of what it looks like to submit, how we go about pressing these books, showing a little bit more of that, and then of course going over the unboxing and the results as we get them back from CGC. So thank you all for joining us. I hope you have a great day.